to the Soccer Chaplains United podcast from the Touchline. And now, here's your host, Rev Brad.
Hello, friends. For the month of April, I'd like to read and reflect on a number of the soccer psalms. Similar to doing this in the past, what I'll do is I'll read the biblical psalm first, and then the soccer psalm translation or paraphrase. After, I'll share my reflection from the book and offer up a few questions for your own personal meditation. This week, Psalm 2, the Exalted President. Psalm 2, verse 1. Why do the nations conspire and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth rise up and the rulers band together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their chains and throw off their shackles. The one enthroned in heaven laughs. The Lord scoffs at them. He rebukes them in his anger and terrifies them in his wrath, saying, I have installed my king on Zion, my holy mountain. I will proclaim the Lord's decree. He said to me, you are my son. Today I have become your father. Ask me, and I will make the nations your inheritance, the ends of the earth your possession. You will break them with a rod of iron. You will dash them to pieces like pottery. Therefore, you kings, be wise. Be warned, you rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear, and celebrate his rule with trembling. Kiss his son, or he will be angry, and your way will lead to your destruction, for his wrath can flare up in a moment. Blessed are all those who take refuge in him. Soccer Psalm 2, verse 1. Why does FIFA rage, and the antagonistic clubs and fans plot in vain? The leaders of other clubs rise up, and the federations band together against the president and against his appointed one, saying, let us get rid of them, their integrity and example, and throw off their requirements. The owner in his mansion laughs. The president jeers them. He takes them to task in his anger. They fear his abilities and decisiveness, saying, I've installed my coach in the stadium, this sacred place. I will shout out what the president's decided. He said to me, you are the one I've chosen. I have your back. I'm behind you all the way. Ask me, and I will spread your brand and influence around the world. The entire globe will be your possession. You'll dominate the table and competitions like no other. You'll shatter all the records that currently exist. Therefore, club owners, executives, and coaches, be wise. Be warned, you federation presidents. Serve the president with a healthy reverence and celebrate his leadership with respect. Show honor and respect to his appointed one, or he'll be angry, and your attitudes and behaviors will end up destroying your life and career. For at any moment, he can call you out and cancel you. Those who are in his confidence and protection will be happy and whole, satisfied with their work. So a point of reflection, if Psalm 1 was designed to help us to begin to pray, then Psalm 2 helps us understand the why behind the importance and need for prayer. There is evil in this world. There are times, I think, when it feels that one's club team is up against the world, whether due to success or due to corruption. There can be calls for a club to be sent down, relegated, or to atone for sins. Whether financial fair play or other grievances or mismanagements, there are certainly times when this is appropriate. But there are also times when judgments feel vindictive and punishments don't seem to correlate with crime. Penalties seem punitive and designed to damage for some hidden, or not so hidden, agenda. God is like a club constantly under scrutiny by the rest of the world. It's a scrutiny based in hatred and a never-ending plot to undermine and destroy the club, or kingdom, as it were. Now, I'll raise my hand as a Manchester United fan. I want to see City punished, if the breaking of rules is true and legitimized. But here in the case of God and his team, the world's intent to see his kingdom relegated originates from one source, Satan. Satan has been granted dominion over the earth for a time. That time is soon to come to an end. But until then, we will see these continual attempts to undermine and defeat God and his anointed or appointed one, Jesus. C.S. Lewis once wrote an article which attempted to get at the difficulties of sharing the Christian faith with unbelieving people. The article, entitled God in the Dock, was so named because of the way that human culture positions itself as judge and jury. God is on the witness stand, the dock, defending himself. He is forced to give account for the presence of evil in the world, for bad things happening to good people, and more. Lewis writes that God might be listened to and may even end up being acquitted, but the scare is that humankind has placed itself in the position of judge. If you're exploring the claims of Christianity, be aware that there is a worldly bias against God, against Jesus as Messiah, Savior. If you are a Christian believer, then no matter where you are in that journey, you will need to be vigilant and anchored in the law of the Lord to stand against the attacks of this world. Here's a few thoughts and questions for meditation. Have you ever been caught up in a moment of cancel culture or part of a team facing administration or some other form of disciplinary action? What about you as an individual? Has there ever been a difficult time when it felt like the world was against you? If either has been true, how hopeful have you been in the process or in the governing bodies above the situation? Another question. As a Christian, if we understand things properly, we realize that the world stands in opposition to God. Does God's posture and position, the laughing and scoffing at the opposition, feel hopeful or discouraging? Why or why not? It can be difficult in modern times to associate Jesus with king. What other images or positions of authority today command respect and honor from us? Finally, in what ways can we, whether athlete, coach, or fan, be, number 1, wise, 2, respectful, and number 3, adoring of the appointed one, of Jesus? Well, thanks for listening, my friends. The soccer psalms in the U.S., the football psalms in the U.K., all available on Amazon in a number of different formats. And coming here soon, Los Salmos del Fútbol, una versión del libro en español. Give it a read, write a review. I'd greatly appreciate it if you order a copy today. I look forward to spending time with you again next week. Until then, this is Rev Brad coming to you from the Touchline.